total, it's off about a quarter.
They both got to come.
This one actually has to go that way a little bit.
Okay.
They're waiting lunch for us over there.
Say.
Yeah. Look, it really doesn't matter once it's mounted. You won't be able to tell, you guys. Somewhere around there.
Tickle fork.
Just sharpen the ends, it'll be good. There you go, you got time?
It's kind of like an electric gas torch, whereas, you know, in olden days you would use the torch bottles over here and that'd give you your heat, and then you add filler rod. Nowadays we've got the TIG, which uses an electrical current to create the arc and create the heat. It's super clean. It's pretty much the gold standard of welding anymore these days. You know, whereas a MIG, it feeds the wire through the electrode. Simultaneously, the TIG, you have to feed your rod with one hand and control the torch with the other, and it gives you much more finite control over what's happening and where the metal's going and what's getting hot and what's not. And then also you've got, whereas with the old stuff you don't really have a throttle, with the TIG welder you've got this gas pedal down here, if you can get that. And depending on how much you hit it, controls how much power you're given, so you can really tightly control the circumstances of the weld. I don't know if that's a worthy description or not, but that's the best I can tell you off the top of my head. So pieces together, and I mean, obviously with welding you're fusing two pieces of metal together into effectively create one, and for that matter the weld itself is stronger than the steel surrounding it in most cases. So what you end up with is a very strong bond, which is why if you've ever seen a weld crack somewhere, it usually cracks immediately next to the weld, not through the weld itself. Right here we've just got a little hole in the material from somebody drilled a hole in it at some point for some unknown reason. And I'm just going to fill it up and float it off, and when it's all said and done, it'll be like it was never there. Now when I grind all that out of there, it'll be like it never happened. So, to the belt sander. I have to do all this the hard way.